All right, so I'm working forward here now. So on top of our ocean here that we've got some randomization here. One further, what we're doing here by default, they've added in another ocean spectrum, and that's going to be an overall another ocean that has no noise, and that's just going to be multiplied everywhere on top. All right, so what I want to do with this second ocean is I want to create the waves to be similar to our first ocean. So I'm just going to go in, and if we take a look at our options for our wind, in this second ocean that's multiplied everywhere and it's got no noise, I'm going to keep things pretty similar in that I'm going to keep the direction of the waves and all that to be relatively the same. So I'm going to keep them aligned with the wind and moving with the wind a little bit more, and I'm going to keep the chop to 1 like before, but I'm going to reduce the overall speed to about 8. So essentially we're going to get big rolling waves coming in, and then by keeping the speed at 8, we're going to have some smaller waves that are on top of that going a little bit slower. So in our amplitude, I'm going to reduce that again to 1.5, just like our other ocean. And I'm going to keep everything else at default. So with our wave instancing, you know, we could drop this down just to these small little areas with a radius of 100, but I'm going to keep it at default, and we're going to scatter this new wave kind of with a radius of 200 all around the ocean, just as it was default. And then in the mask, I'm not going to add any more layer of noise on top. So to take things further, if you wanted to say have a couple of big waves, big rollers coming in, you know, we could just add another one on top and then merge this in. But you see, if we were to merge this other big ocean here on top, we're going to be adding that to every scatter point here. Well, maybe we want to take that and just have that, you know, in 20 points along this entire ocean grid here. So if we take the scatter node, or say 200, lower this down, we can create these big rolling waves, say in just these areas that our new scatter points are on now. So if you have like some custom points that you want to put down to create waves in those specific areas, you could do that, and that could be really useful. So what we could do is take that scatter, drop that into our new ocean spectrum here. In our ocean spectrum, let's just change some of these parameters. Let's change the speed of the waves maybe to 20. And to see this just as it is, let's just delete these and bring this in to our merge spectra here and our preview ocean grid. And you can see what we're doing here. We're creating these other little patches of really big waves just in those 200 scatter points. So maybe we want to take that amplitude up to something crazy like 3 and align it with the wind maybe a little bit more. There we go. So what we're doing is we're creating these massive waves just in these sections. And if we were to now just bring back our original ocean, you can see now we're creating these big areas of waves just in what we scattered there. So we can really kind of customize different areas and that we want. That's pretty cool. But for this, I'm not actually going to use these big waves, but it's there, and just so you know how to create another level of breakup if you wanted. All right, guys, so now we can see after our flipbook really what's going on, and it's really essential to kind of get a reference for scale and how fast things are moving. So all right, that looks about great.